Kamusta mga katropa? And welcome to our video for today where we are going to rate who's the best Instacast Shinobi in NxB, because as we all know, Tsunade has joined the ranks of Insta-Healers because her new 4-star Jutsu is an Instacast Jutsu. In a way, I can say that this is the updated version of my content a few months ago, as you can see on the screen, where I compared the 3 Instacast healers on who's the best. So if you haven't watched that video, the video link is on the comment section. I will put it there. Okay? So first things first, for my viewers who do not know what is the meaning of the term Instacast or Instacast Shinobi or Instacast Heal. So Instacast Shinobi are those Shinobi with heal jutsu that they will instantly cast in case there's an instant penetration of your final room by the use of an EX ult or when an enemy uses a gate crash strategy. Therefore, there are good defenders in final room because they protect your other defenders there by giving them team invincibility buff. Okay, so let's begin ranking them. And now that the scoreboard is also ready below our screens. Okay, so who gives the fastest invincibility buff among these 4? You may argue, why? Why do we need to still ask this? I thought they will cast this heal jutsu instantly. Well, there is some slight difference as regards how fast they give the invincibility buff. You see, their difference compared to other heal jutsu is that their AI is already prepared to cast it. Unlike with Mama Sakura and other heal jutsu, they will first stare at you or they will not move for 1 second or something before they react to a certain attack. As I have explained in the video that I have made a few months ago, Rin is the slowest of them all because it takes for her to first raise her hand before the invincibility took effect. Unlike with Boruto, Gaara, and Tsunade, as I have done test, they will instantly cast and give the invincibility. Okay, so in this part, of course, the 3 of them, Boruto, Gaara, Suna, got 1 point, while Rain will not because she's the slowest. Okay, so next one. Who gives the longest invincibility buff? Again, mentioned in the video I have made few months ago, Gaara gives 8-second invincibility if his EX ult is at level 15. Boruto, on the other hand, heal jutsu gives 3-second invincibility, and our new Instacast healer, Tsunade, on the other hand, gives 5-second invincibility. But Rin, even though she's slow in giving invincibility, we have found out that she gives 10-second invincibility on the team. So for this aspect, Rin wins. Congratulations. Okay, so next one. Who gives the best buffs? Again, from the video, obviously, Rin is the top 4 for this because she only gives invincibility and restores HP only. And then next is Boruto, who can give at some point speed buff also, attack, etc. But it's few. So our 2 contenders for this aspect is Tsunade and Gaara. So in my opinion, because Tsunade gives status effect immunity. You know, this is an important buff because when you have this, you will not be paralyzed, you will not be sealed, you will not be confused unless it is stripped. Okay, but as regards if we're going to talk about who gives the best shield, I can say that Gaara wins. Even though both of them gives non-negatable defense if their jutsus are max. Gaara provides more defense because he gives reduced chakra drain by a huge amount. If the EX ult is max or at least level 8, I think, while Tsunade also gives that same buff, but he only gives it by a medium amount. As you can see there, it is indicated there, small, and of course, if the jutsu is max, turns into medium. And there's also another requirement for your defenders to also receive that same buff. You first need to be inside the circle in order to receive that buff. Therefore, if the shinobi was not inside the circle when Tsunade cast the heal jutsu, the defender shinobi must first enter or pass through that circle of heal of Tsunade in order to receive that less CP drain. This reduced chakra drain buff is important right now because as we all know, many jutsus greatly decreases chakra of our shinobi. So, especially the TL duo, because they now decrease it by a huge amount. That's why we really need buff like this. And at least Tsunade had a half of that. Also, Gaara's critical buff is non-negatable also compared to Tsunade. But all in all, if the defender is within Tsunade's area, well, he will receive the other perks that you are now seeing. And we can guarantee if we put it that way, we can say that Tsunade is greater than Gaara. If that way. But for me, in my opinion, they are tied for this match. So, both of them will receive 1 point. Okay, so let's move on. Next one. Who of them can use other jutsus? I mean, not only the heal jutsu, because as we all know, most of these Instacasters are required to only have their heal jutsu equipped. Because if you put other jutsu, their AI will be scrambled and they will not prioritize the healing jutsu. But it's not the case of Tsunade, because Tsunade, on the other hand, compared to them, you can equip her other jutsu, but she will still instacast her heal jutsu at first. However, there is also another contender, and that is Boruto. Yes, some people use techniques that they also put the 4-star of Gaara sometimes or rinse other jutsu, but it's not 100% guarantee that they will instacast their heal jutsu. It's just that their AR are somewhat a bit good, that there are moments that they will instacast their heal jutsu or sometimes not. But here we are talking about 100% heal jutsu plus also using one of their another jutsu. And of course, it's Tsunade and Boruto, because Boruto's heal is only a jutsu and not an ultimate, unlike with Gaara and Rin. So they're out of the league. Boruto, if his HP goes down, he can utilize his EX ult. That is why to some players, Boruto is much better if you have an EX ult, because even though his invincibility is only lasts for 3 seconds, he can use it when his HP is down, and when his HP is close to being 0, he will use his EX ult. And since he's a red unit, it deals massive damage to enemies, and sometimes it also guarantees win. Though here, of course, Tsunade is obviously the leading person because her heal is only a jutsu, and she can also use her other jutsus, like for example the new LB or the small LB or any of the jutsu that you wish she should use. So therefore, in this aspect, we will give both 1 points to Tsunade and Boruto. Okay, another one. Who among them can readily or repeatedly spam their ultimates? Of course, once again, it is Boruto and Tsunade who are the contenders for this, because Gaara and Rin's healing jutsu Instacast are ultimates. Of course, they are also tied. So we'll give them both 1 point, both of them, for this aspect. Though it's obvious that Tsunade is much better because she gives more buffs compared to Boruto. But as regards who can readily spam, they're on the same level. Both of them can spam it when it is necessary for them. In my observation, I think they spam it whenever there's a slightest reduction in their stats, either it's chakra or HP. And lastly, of course, who among them had the toughest defense? I mean, not the defense that you build up, but the natural defense that they had in themselves. Of course, the winner here is Gaara. Because Gaara is a yellow unit or so-called defense unit. And technically, since he is called defense unit, he had the highest defense. Supports will fall on the second with the toughest defense, and that's when Rin and Suna will be tied. Because as supports, they also had somewhat half of the toughness of the defense units. And of course, Boruto is the fourth one because he is a red unit. And of course, as a red unit, he had low defense but can guarantee a high attack. So for this part, of course, Gaara wins. So let's now look in the scoreboard, and it's obvious already as of the moment, Tsunade is the one who is in the highest ranking of the best Instacast healer because she is fast in casting her heal jutsu. Her buffs are good and plenty. She can deal damage because you can equip not just her X ultimate but also her other jutsu or any jutsu that you want to be equipped. But she will still prioritize using heal jutsu when final room is penetrated. And then she can also spam it because her heal jutsu is only a jutsu and not an ultimate jutsu, unlike with Gaara and Rin. And lastly, she is partially top because she is a support unit. So that's all, buddies. I hope this video helped you understand our Instacast healers today, and I hope it also helped you decide if you really summon on Tsunade. Coming up next, after this video, I will post a video of the defense wins that I've got after I have put Tsunade yesterday, as I have announced. And I will spoil you already. She is solid in final room, and indeed she is better than Boruto and Gaara. So stay tuned and wait for that video. Kita-kits mga katropa.